Hello, my friends. It is Kristen. For today's video, we're going to go over the makeup I used for the month of August, or the new makeup I used, new to me anyway, that I used in the month of August. So let's get started. We will start with some palettes. Now, I don't feel like there's as much makeup as usually I was on vacation. Don't generally wear a lot of makeup on vacation because I usually do like outdoorsy type things and I don't want to like put on a full face of makeup to go hiking or go read by the river. So, yeah. So that's why there might not be quite as much as usual. First up, I have the Sugar and Grunge palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is beautiful. Sorry, I think I might have blinded you with the mirror. It is gorgeous. I really enjoy Blend Bunny's formula. As far as like blending, I'm not horrible at it, but I definitely can use an improvement. But it's almost effortless, so it's really great. This is the third eyeshadow palette from them that I have. I think maybe the fourth. No, I think it's the fourth, and then I have their highlighter palette. I don't have their newest palette, which is like an all-encompassing. It's very neutral. And then they have a more neutral Dollhouse palette that I just didn't quite intrigue me. And then their Primal palette, which they just discontinued, that I've kind of like was on the fence about getting, but yeah. So, but yeah, it was great. Next up we have from Uma Beauty. This is Salute to the Sun palette. This was at my local Ross Dress for Less for weeks, and I was like, oh, I don't know. And then it was still there and it went on clearance, and I was like, well, there went. One fell out. Oh, it fell totally out of the pan. I thought the pan fell out, the whole eyeshadow fell out, but it didn't break. It just fell out. So, okay. Note to self, not to be too crazy with that. And it was just the eyeshadow, it wasn't the pan, so I can't even like glue it back in. But I did enjoy it. I kind of recently Loki Doki. Sorry guys, Loki's scratching. Yeah, I was talking to you. No, Loki, don't step on my stuff. So just have to try to remember not to move it around too much. But it's kind of cool. It's got that like thing there. I don't know what to call it. But I did enjoy the formula. I recently just got another palette like a month or two ago and realized how much I enjoyed the formula. So I got that. And it's not, I looked at pictures. If you go to Ross, all their makeup is locked up. So you can't actually like look at it, which it's good and it's bad because you can't look at it and see it in real life, but also people can't swatch it and mess it up. But when I looked online, it looked more neutral. So I like the depth. That's kind of what kept me from getting it. But I'm glad I got it because it actually was really pretty and I made some very pretty looks with it. Next up, I have from Cosmic Brushes. I couldn't think of the name. This is a Serenity palette. Cosmic Brushes has some very pretty palettes. This is the only one I have, and I think I blinded you with the mirror again. It was super gorgeous. They're not terribly expensive. Like I think these palettes and ones like them retail for $25, but it is from overseas, so the shipping is expensive. That's kind of what has kind of slowed me down from getting them. But it's a really pretty palette, and they also are like out of stock a lot. So if you can get your hands on them, I would definitely recommend them. I mean the words, man. Next up, we have this at Profusion. It's a Jurassic Park. It is so fun. I did get it more for like nostalgia and just for it to be fun, and you open it up. So you first open it. It plays its own song. The bad thing is, though, you open it up and it keeps playing. So while you're trying to work with your eyeshadow, it keeps playing, which can be a lot for some of us that get overstimulated easily. I actually like the looks I made with it. These shadows weren't bad. They are a pretty less expensive brand, so they're not the best quality shadows, but they weren't bad. My biggest complaint, though, is a lot of the shimmers come in these little footprints, which is adorable, but they're super tiny, and I have normal sized hands. My husband thinks they're very small and girly, but I think they're just normal. They're hard to get in there, and I like to do shimmers with my finger, so that's really the biggest complaint. But it's really cute, the idea of putting the little dinosaur prints in there. All right, that's the only palettes, new to me palettes that I have used. So let's see. We got a Looksy shadow. This is really pretty. Looksy is a indie brand. All their shadows, I think, are just like $4, $3. They're not expensive at all. They're really pretty. I definitely think they're worth checking out. I tried this shadow from Hollow Cosmetics that I got in my Pandora's Box of Indie Obsessions. I use this as a highlighter, and I really liked it as a highlighter. I'm sure it'd be a nice topper as well. It was a really pretty, like, multi-chrome moment that I really enjoyed. Oh, I lied about the palettes. We have this very super duper little tiny palette from Farrah that I got in my Ipsy. Now, I was like, I'm gonna try this out. See how I like it. And I was like, oh, you know, I put the two mattes on. I was like, they're okay. They didn't blend the greatest, but they weren't horrible. And this top gold one is a little underwhelming. You can almost use it as just a highlighter. But then I put this one like in the middle, and this shadow is gorgeous. I love the look I made. I was like, it doesn't show up on the hand as well as it did on the eyelid, but it blew me away. I was very, very surprised. So honestly, I'm gonna keep it just for this color, but it made a beautiful look, so I was quite happy with that. Also from the Jurassic Park collection, we have the Missing T-Rex highlighter. This was very nice. It was really subtle, but I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it with the look I made. I used it with the palette. I did pick up the other one. A lot of the collection is on clearance now, or actually a lot of it's gone. It's at Walmart, but I did pick up the other one on clearance. I just haven't tried it yet. We got this blush from Salem Cosmetics, a very cute packaging. I had like a $5 gift card for something from them, and they were doing a $5 sale, so I just paid tax on this. It's a very pretty, kind of hard for me to get out, so I might not be able to get it out. It's very pigmented. I wish I had used a lighter hand when I used it, but it was very pretty, and it blended out very nicely. There's a little mirror on the top, but yeah, I really enjoyed that little blush. We have another Looksy shadow. Is this the shadows? Yeah. This one, it's a little cracked, but it's not broken. But that was probably done by me. So their shadows are very nice. Definitely would recommend. I have this Super Shock and Ice Dream. It's a shadow. I might have used it as a highlighter too. Sometimes I forget. It's very pretty. It was a very pretty topper. We got this highlighter from Floss. It was an add-on in my Ipsy. I really enjoyed that as well. I have this brow palette from e.l.f. I didn't like it. It just didn't really work for me. I generally prefer powder anyway, so powder or like pencil. So, but I wanted to give it a try because I thought it would be a good addition if I did like it, because there have been some pomades that I did like, but I think I'm gonna declutter this. Another declutter, and I think a similar item from Josie Maran I decluttered last month or the month before. It's just, it's heavy and sticky. It's not for me. It's a gloss, and it's a very pretty color. But yeah, it's just a little too heavy, and when I wear a gloss, I want just kind of something a little more light. So I'm going to declutter that one. Okay, I'm going to declutter another one. So this little blush, I got the other strawberry blush from Dollar Tree. Then I decided to get this blush highlight that went with it, and it just didn't perform. It didn't work well. Still kind of smells like strawberries. Not as good as the other one though. So I will go ahead and declutter this as well. I think that might be the last one. Oh, I was wondering where this went. This is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit. You know, usually I will say high end. You can usually find a drugstore that is better. Really, Benefit brow pencils have really been a hit for me. I really enjoy them. I bought another one at the Ulta 21 days of Ulta sale, so I'm really happy to use this. So, and that's one of the few products I've gone through a couple times. I don't know if it's necessarily that same brow product, but similar brow pencils. We have, what is this? Oh, this is a lip liner from About Face. I think I liked it. I don't remember disliking it. Yeah, now I remember using it. It's a very brownie nude. It worked really well for what I needed it to. And then we have this lip and eyeliner. Yeah, it was fine, I guess. It's really pretty. Not the creamiest, but I think it worked okay. I don't remember hating it. Next up we have a little something, I think it's a shadow. Yes, it's another little shadow. I think I got this, and I think I bought this. Yes, from Chaos Cosmetics. I remember, oh gosh. In Bubbles. I think I liked it. I kind of don't remember using it. It was probably earlier in the month. We have this little sample from Mystic Beauty House. I got it in Pandora's Box. It is a little setting powder. It's actually really nice. I really enjoyed using the setting powder. My complaint is it doesn't have like the sifter. So when you open it up, it's just open. So it gets really messy trying to use it for your whole face. But what I found, if I put down like my eyeshadow primer, like a concealer or the MAC paint pot, and I put just the little edge of the triangle powder puff, and then I put it on to like set my eye, it works really well for that. So I'm very happy with that. Next up we have, this is from Mermaid Scales. We got this in Ice Cream Beauty Box. It's an Ocean Breeze. It looks really pretty, but it didn't show up blue on my eyelid. It showed up very sparkly, but not like blue. And I feel like I have this a couple times over, so I'm probably going to declutter this too, which is not a bad product. I just think that I have others like this that the color payoff is better for me. You know how I like to be extra. Like this blue one here, I think this is from Apocalyptic Beauty. Snow Witch. Doesn't have the sifters, so I can't show you too well. That it was very pretty. There's glitter everywhere. It's very fine. All the glitter. Let me wipe that off real quick. What do we got? We got another Super Shock. This is in Moon Daisy. Everything is fell out too. Man, busting everything. This is also really pretty. It's more of a light blue. But this is, that won't come out. I was like, is that metal? If it's metal or like magnetic, I can put it in a Z palette. I didn't think the ColourPop Super Shocks were in those kind of palettes, so. All right, next up we have from Nomad, another company I really love. This is not a highlighter, it's a bronzer. It was okay. It was okay. It blended out okay. It was a little darky orange for me. That happens a lot, so. And then we have this Kimchi blush. It's very pretty. It's a duo blush. Oh, I just got that lip gloss over here. So, oh gosh. That was very pretty. I really enjoyed that. Wipe this gloss off so I don't get it everywhere. And from Kimchi Beauty again, we have this Puff Puff Pass Set and Bake Powder. It's a nice powder. I really like it. Next up, we got the Sydney Grace. This is a cream highlighter and sugar cookie. The first time I tried it, it felt like it took off the makeup underneath. So I was kind of like, Then I tried it again and I didn't have that problem. So it might have just been a me issue. So I will hold on to that. We have this a very pretty shadow from Moira. It's a liquid shadow. Very pretty. Another fairly inexpensive indie brand. I would definitely check them out. And then I have this creamish shadow from Sydney Grace. It was okay. I don't think there's ever going to be a cream shadow that I am absolutely in love with. They're just not my favorite formula, but I like to, try things that I'm not always, my favorite, because that's sometimes how you find things that you end up really liking. This actually might be a good highlighter too. Probably can't really see it very well. Right there. So that's pretty, and I will keep that and keep, working with it on occasion. We got another loose shadow. I have my hair and dog hair sticking to me. I don't think this has a little sifter either. Yeah, this one does, but a lot came out, so I can't. This one was okay. It's kind of a gray, and it doesn't have a lot of shimmer to it. I think I'm gonna declutter this one because it's just not a color I use a lot, and if I do, I'd want more shimmer to it. So, and then we have this liquid blush from VC Cosmetics that I got in Ipsy. This is really good. I really like this. Then we got another little liquid blush from Ciate London. And I also really liked this one as well. And got this lipstick from Odin's Eye. It was nice. It was a pretty color. It's more of a fallish color, I think. I think I just tried it out one time. I have quite a few lip products that are in my to be tried pile, so. But a lot of them are not necessarily summer colors, a little darker, which is not generally what I go for on a very regular basis. So this is kind of, it's skincare, but I'm using it as a primer. It is beauty oil from Danessa Myricks. So I was just messing around, getting ready for work. I'm like, what can I try out? So I put this on, Now keep in mind, I do have combination oily skin. Put this on, put the Power Grip Primer from e.l.f. on, and it worked wonders. I hardly felt oily at all from an oil. Like, what? And I was just messing around. I was like, hey, let's try this together. What could happen? It's not going to look good in a few hours. Everybody I work with, all the patients can't see. Like, they don't care. So let's try it. And I didn't even think about it until probably like 3 in the morning. I was like, I don't even feel oily, which a lot of times I'll feel oily before I look oily. And so I was definitely taken aback. So, and they had it again on the add-ons for Ipsy. So I got another little one. And I don't often buy primers. I usually just use whatever I get in Ipsy or whatever subscription. Next up, we have Charmacy. It's a double-ended, like, highlight, eyeshadow, whatever stick. And both colors are really pretty. I think I mostly just, no, I think I use both sides. I think I use the lighter one more as a highlighter and maybe in my inner quarter, but I remember using this one, the darker one, on my lid, and I liked it. So that's nice. Last 2 products. One is from Melt. It's this blue lipstick. I have a video going up of me trying the blue lipstick with this next product. It's okay. And I think I said this before, is a good thing to have if you just want to do that weird thing where you want to have blue lips. And the formula wasn't horrible. It definitely stayed. It was drying, but I mean, it's a liquid lip. It's not many are super comfortable. So I wouldn't say the formula was the best, but it definitely wasn't the worst. I didn't feel like my lips were just completely dried out or anything. I will say I didn't wear it for a long time. I did take it off after not very long, but it dried down nice. It didn't transfer. I did a kiss test, and then I tried it with this black blush from Lottie London. This is a black cream blush that I can't open. So it's supposed to be like a pH thing, and when you first lay it down, it still looks black for just right there, for just like a second. And when I put it on my face, I was like, oh my god, I got black cheeks. But no, for me anyway, a lot of people's pH is the same, so it'll probably be the same color on most people. But it's a really pretty, like, purpley kind of color. It's showed up pretty much the same as it did on my arm. So I was really happy with that. So that is the makeup that I tried for the month of August. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, send your friends. We have a lot of fun here, and I will see you next time. So Loki dokie, say bye. Lookums. No, he's sleeping. It's off. Bye guys. Oh, there you are.